Hi there, this is Ranjit, and in this video, let's do the review of this Realme Buds Wireless. And these are the buds that I'm wearing, guys. And I'm surprised that they launched this so quickly, because if you recall, just last week I had reviewed the Realme Buds 2 review. Those are the wired ones. I frankly did not like the original ones, but the Buds 2 were a huge improvement. But these Realme Buds Wireless are their first one that are truly wireless, and in terms of specs, it's actually really good. And now they have actually launched this, so we know the pricing. It's priced at rupees 1799, and for that the specs are actually pretty good. And these are the buds. This is the box that you get, guys, and from this one the packaging is really nice, and you get this box in this such a big box. You get this paperwork, gives you an idea about this. You get a micro USB cable. Yes, no USB Type-C, but micro USB, and some extra tips of earbuds, and one is actually pre-attached. So I'll just keep this to the side, and to slide the box, you pull this, and it was packed in this, obviously. So the packaging was actually good, so I'll just keep that to the side. And let's look at this buds, and now I have used it for almost about 5 days, guys. So I'll give you my impressions. What do I feel about this one? What do I like, and what are the things that I do not like? But first, let's look at it. And so these are the earbuds, and I don't know about you guys, but this reminds me too much of the OnePlus wireless Bluetooth earbuds, the version 1 and the version 2. In fact, if you look at this, it's almost identically that soft touch plastic that we have, and even in looks, this is also magnetic, so looks like they were inspired by them. But luckily, in terms of pricing, they were not inspired, because the OnePlus Buds cost almost 2.5 to about 3 times compared to this one. And this is again magnetic on this one, but I like the fact that this magnetic connection is just not for namesake. This adds value. In fact, to shut off your buds, you just do it like this, and they are off. And to switch it on, you just open it, and it will connect to your smartphone or whatever. And if it's the first time you're doing, if you just remove it like this, it automatically gets into the pairing mode. So it's very easy. And to be fair, guys, I tested this one with 3 different devices. I was actually retesting this Pixel 3 XL for Android 10, so I used this a lot. I would say 70% of the time with this one, but I also tested it with iPad Pro to see how it works with iOS, and even with the Realme XT. And in terms of connection, I did not have a problem. And the good thing is that these are actually Bluetooth 5. So in terms of the signal strength was actually really good. In fact, if I move beyond this room also to the next room, it did not disconnect. So the signal strength was very strong. With Pixel, I took a lot of calls. Even when I was in other rooms, I did not have an issue. Now again, you wear these like this, and you put it in your ear like this, and the microphone is also over here. Let me actually first give you a physical overview, then we'll continue. And here, as you can see, we have LED light that glows and stuff. If you open this, it'll try to connect, and if it's connected, it'll go in blue. As you can see, it's connected right now. But if you just put it like this, back, it'll say red, and it just disconnects it. And here we have the physical buttons, plus and minus for the volume, and we also have the R logo, which you'll use to pause and replay the music, pause and play. And if you hold it for more than 2 seconds, what I've noticed is that it activates Google Assistant, so that is there. And here we have the micro USB port, using which you'll charge. And Realme claims that you'll get about 12 hours of battery life. I simply could not test it, because I didn't listen to it continuously for that long, but I would say the battery life is really good on this one, and it can last for a long time, because in the last 5 days I had to charge it only once. And they also claim that this supports sort of fast charging, and fast charging, nothing is specified what is the voltage. So I was charging it with a normal 5 volt 2 amp charger that we are getting, and it charged fine with that one. So that's regarding the charging. I don't have a problem. And the microphone, guys, is also integrated in this one. So as I was talking, and if you notice, this area again is that soft plastic, so it gives you that rubber, soft rubber feel. So it's very comfortable to wear like this, and you can just keep it like this, and as it's very light, you don't even feel it's there. So in that way, I would say it's very comfortable. And so now let's talk about the microphone, because I did take a lot of calls with this one, And I have to say, in terms of the microphone quality, they have done a very good job. And I took a lot of calls with this one, guys, and none of the other parties complained that my calls were muddied or anything. So the microphone that they have put, fortunately, is a very good quality one. And you just pull it like this, it connects, so that's not a problem. So let me actually show you. Right now I'm wearing it, as you can see, and I'll just start this music and I can hear it. But if I just take it out and put it back like this, it will just pause the music and this will switch off. So I like that functionality. You just put it like this and it's off, and you just pull this and it switches on and connects automatically to the last device. And in fact, in terms of connectivity also, I did not have a problem, as I mentioned, with 3 different devices that I have connected. And if you have Bluetooth 5, then the range is also really good on this one. So that's what I have noticed. Let me just take this out. And it's very comfortable to wear, and Realme also claims that these are sort of sweat proof, splash proof, so if you do workouts and stuff also, they should actually survive. Now let's talk about the sound quality, because I feel that's the most important thing on a earphone. And Realme claims that these actually have a 11.2 mm driver. This is the same driver, almost the same size as the Realme Buds 2 wired ones. Hence, I feel the bass quality is definitely a lot more emphasized, and it has that punchy sort of bass, which most of you would like. So definitely the bass is elevated. When the bass is there, you do feel that, but it's done in a good way. It's not overpowering, or it does not become so overpowering that the midtones get diluted. Now, if we talk about the midtones, those are the vocals, and let's say the people who are singing, those are the midtones. And here also, I would say it's done pretty good, but it could have been slightly better. So if I have to rate, for bass, if I have to rate it, I'll rate it 9 out of 10. But for the midtones, I would rate it 8.5 out of 10. Now, if we move to the heights, these are the high tone shimmer. Here, I would say my bias will come because I like earphones that have slightly more treble emphasis, like JBL generally have that. So that slight spark was missing. But some people feel that if you have that excessive of treble, it's a little bit tiring to the ears. So I would say the treble tones are good enough. But again, if you want that extra sparkle, you won't find. So in terms of treble tones, I would rate it 8 out of 10. So overall, if I have to talk just about the sound quality with this one, I would say I would rate it 8.5 out of 10. But overall, if you look at these earphones, the build quality is good. You have these magnetic connectors that actually work very easily, switches on and off, automatically pays to the last phone. And also the microphone quality, that is good. And even the battery life is actually really good. And they actually feel premium. In fact, I would say if the color was black, and they don't have that R logo over here, you would actually mistake this one for the OnePlus earbuds, wireless earbuds that do cost a lot more. So overall, I would say they are actually really good, but there are 2 minor cons that I have noticed with this one. Again, these are sort of quibbles. I would say the first con is that this one, the charging port, is still a micro USB port, not a USB Type-C port. And the second thing is that, again, this only comes, as of now, I know, is only in this yellow color, which is actually a little bit too loud for my taste. And you have that yellow accent almost everywhere on these earphones. So these are the minor 2 quibbles. But apart from that, overall, I would say if you look at the sound quality, the comfort, the good microphone, and also the battery life that you're getting, then I would say overall, I really like it. Considering the price point of about 1800 rupees, I would rate it almost about 9 out of 10. So before we conclude, I completely forgot to mention one thing. When I was watching some shows on my iPad Pro and I was connected via this one, I noticed that there was a sync delay between the video and the audio. The audio was getting on this earphones a split second later, and I noticed that. So that is something you have to note. But I've noticed that issue with most budget-oriented earphones, and this one also has that. And many of you have also asked me to actually compare this one with the Mi neck Bluetooth earphone. So what I've done is, guys, I've just ordered it. Here you can see the screenshot, and when I get it, hopefully by next week or so, I will do a comparison with this one and see which one is better. And let's also put in the OnePlus versus Bullet 2 wireless earphones, because in terms of looks, these are almost identical. If these were black, you might, and we don't have that R logo over here, you might mistake this one for the OnePlus Bullet 2 earphones. So once I get the Mi Bluetooth neckband earphones, we'll do a comparison with this one. So again, stay tuned for that. Anyways, guys, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. This is Ranjit, and I hope to see you in my next video. Take care, guys.